You are actually one of the few communities that I run into that actually have an EV station. Are they EV stations that are related to people's own homes, or are they EV stations for the general residents?
There are EV stations for the general residents.
What prompted you to even get involved with the EV stations? Was it more something the board wanted to do, or was it something where the residents were asking for?
An opportunity came up. Somebody came and contacted us. We, management and the board, looked at all options, and it was actually a win-win for this community. In a couple of years, I think down the road, all communities are going to have EV stations, and we're ahead of the game. A lot of communities right now, if somebody wants an EV station or a charging station, they have to go to the board. They have to pay for the install. They have to pay for the electricity, everything. In this situation, the association is getting paid. We charge 40 cents a kilowatt right now, and that revenue comes into the condo.
After you got done with the contract, is there anything in particular that people should be on the lookout for in regard to getting involved with a company that will provide the EV stations at no charge and provide the revenue to the association? Is there anything in the contract to get started with?
You have to really look for the grants that are involved in it. Orange and Rockland, it's a big undertaking, especially for the infrastructure. If it's an older complex, you have to have Wi-Fi throughout the complex for it to accept credit cards. So the infrastructure has to be updated. For our complex, it was a win-win because now our infrastructure is updated. We have Wi-Fi throughout the complex.
Did you upgrade your Wi-Fi for the charging stations?
You have to have it for the charging stations, but that was all included in our grants.
So you got two things out of it. You
Oh
got the
yeah,
Wi-Fi, and
yes,
we know that we're not going to get into it right now, but every association is going to have Wi-Fi, whether or not they have EV charging stations, because eventually
correct.
landscaping is going to go to robots and all this kind of good stuff that's going to require Wi-Fi. So
Hmm.
you guys are actually ahead of the game on the Wi-Fi, which is terrific. You got a grant. Did
Hmm.
the EV company take care of the grants, or is that something that you had to go out and get?
No, they took care of everything.
So an EV company comes to you and say, "Hey, we're going to take care of everything, and we're going to put these EV stations in, and we're going to give the association a cut of the profits." Is that what happened?
Yep, and it's actually a cut of the profit from Tesla.
Part of the profit from Tesla. So Tesla was the provider.
Tesla is the provider. They are not fast chargers. That's one thing in a community that's open to, that's not gated. Unfortunately, they are, anybody could come in and charge it, but they're not a fast charge. I can't see somebody coming in and sitting here for 5 hours to charge a vehicle unless they live here. You don't
I,
want a fast charger.
I believe that there's some aspect with charging stations that they have to be accessible to the public in some cases if there's a grant. Is that where you're getting at?
Correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
So it sounds like you feel like it's an advantage not to have the fast chargers.
Yes, definitely an advantage.
In the future, if you wanted to convert them to fast chargers, could you?
I'm sure you could. I don't think we'd want to. One thing I have noticed, people who are registering their vehicles that have gotten new cars, I would say 9 out of every 10 has been an EV car. So now that turns into revenue because they're charging it here and it's revenue for the condo.
The charging stations are in the common area. They're not tied to any particular owner, correct?
Not at this point. They are throughout the complex, and it seems even in the spots that have assigned, a lot of the homeowners talk to the homeowner that's assigned to that spot and ask them, can I park my vehicle? And they just work it out between each other.
So some of the EV changes are assigned to particular
Yes.
owners then.
Yeah, because it has, when they install it, it has to be by a transformer. So it has to be closer to the transformers, which is more closer to the residential buildings. And we're working around that.
Is there ever a situation where there's an EV owner, but he doesn't have accessibility to an EV charger?
As of right now, we haven't had an issue. I'm sure
And
it's going to come down and we're working on it. Completed the job in January. Working around it.
you foresee this being a possible issue that you're going to need to tackle down the road based on the unbelievable amount of EV vehicles coming in your community?
I think in the long run, I think eventually we're going to have to figure out ways of assigning homeowners or different spots. But as of right now, the homeowners are working as a team. That's been a pleasure.
There's always the possibility to add more EV stations. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Are any of the EV stations in an enclosed space or a garage or anything?
No,
Okay, so theoretically, you have no issues with insurance and things like that. That's an insurance issue. Okay, so you don't have any fire hazard situations.
no.
The revenue that is generated from the EV stations, I don't want you to give me a number.
Mhm.
Is it something that makes a difference in the budget? Is it noticeable?
We just got our second quarter check, which went up from the first quarter an extra $1,000. It's going to be a big advantage for the condo.
Have these EV stations ended up costing you any money? And
As of right now, no. I can give you an idea. Each vehicle, on average, a vehicle charging in a spot, it's $20 to the association. When
per
it's on average $20 per charge because they're charging it overnight. So overnight, it's around $20 we're getting in revenue per vehicle.
they're not filling up every night. So they're not paying $20 a night. They're just paying $20 whenever they need to recharge their vehicle.
Correct.
Have you had to purchase any additional insurance in regard to
No,
these EV stations?
no. Believe it or not, I was surprised.
What about the maintenance of the EV stations? Have you had to have any role in that?
No, it's all covered by the company that we hired. The only issue we've had is nothing we can do about it is when there's a power outage. Because if there's a power outage, you lose your Wi-Fi.
I can't think of any reason why anybody in the community right now is against the EV stations.
There are people who don't understand it. If they really understood what they got, it's really how you present it to the community. This is the new generation of vehicles. They see it as an infrastructure change, which it is. And this complex was built in the 60s. It needs an infrastructure change.
Do you have any additional commentary on where you're at now with the residents?
I think it's getting better. The more they understand it, it's getting better. But you're never going to have 100%.
What is their issue with it? If
The look, when they first came in, we still have to finish where they dig. We have to get the bushes put in, but that has to wait until the fall.
so, once they're in, you really
Mhm.
don't have any really issues from residents for the most part with them being in there. You could have these same kind of issues whether you had to do any kind of pipe repair or anything or sidewalk repairs.
Correct.
This EV situation presents itself to you. Does the board require community buy-in?
The board voted.
What advice do you have for a manager that wants to present this to the board?
Let the company talk about it. Let them answer their questions. They're the best advocate.
What was some of the challenges getting community buy-in to the point where you felt comfortable?
Honestly, the company was really great about everything they did. They worked out really well. It was the time frame. To me, it went very quickly. It was so quick. The biggest sell for the community was the infrastructure. Because with that infrastructure, putting the Wi-Fi in, you now have the ability to put cameras in. We have intercoms here because everything today works on Wi-Fi.
Are you proud of the job you did?
I think we did a great job. We were in the news too.
Why do you
We
think
did
other communities aren't embracing these EV stations?
understanding it.
You have this Tesla technology, right? It works with all
Mhm.
different kinds of vehicles.
Every vehicle. Mhm.
How are you protected in regard to what happens if this company isn't around anymore?
It's Tesla right now. It's all Tesla.
All
I
right.
don't think Tesla's going away too soon.
Did you have any extra insurance costs?
No,
Were there any legal issues with it?
no.
The engineering aspects of it, did you end up hiring your own engineer or did you strictly rely? Go ahead.
We used everybody associated with them.
There has to be communication, which made it so pleasant for
Absolutely.
you. How did the communication process,
We did a group text message.
the community buy-in, also terrific?
The board communicated this at their annual meeting that they were looking into it and letting them know months before that it was going to take place.
Last advice, last word to a manager on how they should go about this process.
I think the most important thing, first, see if you have a need. You have EV cars, but let the company sell.